So we are back with our traffic talk for April. I'm Jeanne Ingersoll. I'm the subject matter expert for our traffic portfolio for North America with Sensormatic Solutions. And I am joined once again by my wonderful partner in crime, Grant Gustafson, head of retail consulting for North America with Sensormatic. Grant, how are you?
Hey, Jeannie, I am good. It's good to be back.
Yeah, very good to be back. Nice to see you again. So we recently had a couple of our colleagues attend Shop Talk, which is a really great retail tech conference in Vegas in March. And we had the chance to catch up with them. They shared with us a couple of the biggest themes that they captured from that show, both in conversations with retailers, but also in attending certain breakout sessions. And one of the biggest themes that they were so great at sharing with us was how retailers are really going about empowering their associates at the store level, and specifically helping them think about how to task, how to sell, ultimately just how to make their jobs more efficient. And really, the conversation funneled to what technology retailers can invest in to help make their associates' jobs easier and allow for them to truly focus on the most important thing, the customer. So data is everywhere. I feel like, Grant, you and I are constantly hearing these buzzwords about AI and machine learning. But at the end of the day, what retailers really are looking for is how can they best gather all this info? How can they then aggregate it down into something digestible and consolidate it and make it concise enough so that they can actually take meaningful action on it to actually drive results? So, where retailers are talking a lot about this, what it can do, what it can't do. If retailers are going to make an investment, just given your experience, what is one major suggestion that you feel like you'd want to share to help retailers make a move in the right direction? And how do they maximize that investment?
So that's a really good question, Jeannie. First, I think it's important to just note that investing in technology on its own is not some sort of magic bullet that's going to cure all, right?
Right.
Um, we had a colleague that was really passionate about the intersection of technology, people, and process. And I really couldn't agree with him more. When you're thinking about making an investment into either a new technology or expanding an existing technology across your entire organization, it's really important to have a well-defined business outcome or use case, and then really start thinking about how is this going to impact my people? How can my teams leverage this technology to better serve our customers or make a process more efficient, right? And then continue to think about that from a process standpoint, thinking about how are we going to implement this, right? What are the processes that we're going to have to put in place to ensure that we're delivering on the outcomes that we're expecting and really maximizing our return on our investment? So those are just a couple of areas that I would consider when making a choice on what to invest in.
Yeah, it sounds like you're focusing on much more of what are the outcomes you're looking to get out of this, and marrying
Exactly.
that with what are some of the most critical priorities that your organization is focusing on right now, and how do we kind of marry the two to make sure that it's the most sound decision for sure. So let's kind of take it, maybe again, of narrow the funnel a little bit with this and start with the basics. Obviously, for the traffic analytics side of the house, our bread and butter is really our perimeter traffic counting solution. So, what about if you have a traffic program today and you simply feel as a retailer, if it's not with us, that you feel like your program's gotten stale? What are maybe one or two main things that you could really provide as food of thought to retailers who maybe feel like the program's gotten a little stagnant and something they can do to maybe kind of get the ball rolling again?
Yeah, so when we're talking to a lot of our prospects, especially ones that maybe have a program today with another vendor that's gotten a little stale, is a lot of times we hear that the program's siloed, right? It just sits with the IT budget, and that's all that kind of cares about. It's a number that's get reported once a month or once a quarter and kind of looked at. But I think it's really important to note when we look at really successful traffic programs is that it can be leveraged across your entire organization. So whether it's IT, store operations, finance, real estate, merchandising planning, all of these different areas of your business can really take advantage and leverage traffic to help them better perform their business,
Mhm.
right? A perfect example of this is When your finance team is creating your budgets and looking at your financial forecast for the year ahead, traffic must be a critical input into that financial forecast. Or even simply doing things like scheduling staffing, right, for the next 2 weeks or next month out. Traffic can really be leveraged to help you understand when people are coming in the store, how many people do I need to service those people. So it's really important to make sure that you're leveraging this across the entire organization. And that can also help to kind of balance the investment, across the company when more parts are taking advantage of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And there's applicability across departments, like you're saying. So if the retailer isn't maximizing it in various departments, then they're probably not taking advantage of what their traffic program can do for them. So this is really great stuff. When retailers start to think about AI and ML, there's so much to really truly try and digest. And it's really about focusing down and really putting a pinpoint on what are the most critical priorities. I think one of the things that sets Sensormatic Solutions apart is that we provide a variety of solutions across the kind of technology space for retailers. We definitely play in the AI and machine learning space, and we have specific, recommendations on how we recommend getting engaged because of the successes that we've seen with our retail partners. So many of which we're having conversations with retailers where we're trying to leverage our RFID solutions and our traffic solutions to try and provide the biggest bang for their buck and the biggest value. We have the really unique ability to be able to do that given the various solutions that we can provide to retailers under one roof. It's something you won't find anywhere else. So for the month of April, Grant and I are offering no strings attached traffic program assessments. So if you currently have a traffic program and you feel stuck, or you've got questions about AI and ML and where do I start and what do I do, or about how you can be maximizing your data, reach out to us, connect with us on LinkedIn, send us a message. We'd love to get some time with you. Until next time, we appreciate the time, Grant. This is really great stuff. Thanks.
Until next month.